Hello, welcome to the Middle Kingdom. My name is Adam. In today's video, we're going to check out some shopping malls in China and also some malls that I filmed when I was back home in the UK recently. We're going to look at some of the similarities and differences between the malls in these two countries. We're going to take my drone up and fly over this mall that I'm in at the moment in China. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think some of the differences and similarities between malls in these two countries might be. And please remember to like and subscribe. I've got a lot of videos coming up soon comparing things in the UK and China. First, we're gonna take a look at the outside of these malls. I'm gonna fly the drone up into the air as well. Then we're gonna head inside, look at the different architecture. Then we're gonna head to some shops before we look at some food and entertainment options later in the video. One of the main things that I can see that is pretty similar between the malls in China and the UK are the water features. I'm not a big fan of shopping at all, so when I come to a mall, I come for the experience, have a meal, hang out with friends, or come and drink some coffee and watch the world go by. So I don't care about what kind of shops are here. I just like to come and relax, and water features really give it a nice experience being at a mall. One of the biggest differences I noticed straight away was that in China, these malls are much more modern. A lot of them have only been built in the last year or so, whereas the Trafford Centre in the UK was built over 20-25 years ago. Also, the parking in the UK, most malls car parks are above ground and will spread out over a pretty wide area, whereas in China you'll have lots of floors of parking directly underneath the shopping mall. Now let's head inside these malls and check out what they look like, have a little bit of a walk around and see what kind of design and features they have. Trafford Centre, I think, is the most interesting inside because there are a lot of sculptures all around the building, ancient Egyptian, Art Deco style, and all different kinds of features that you don't usually see in shopping malls, which makes it pretty unique. Chinese malls are a little bit more modern looking, but also pretty interesting. Let's take a look around, and then after we're going to have a little bit of a talk about the differences and similarities we see, and then we're going to check out some of the shops, some of the food options, and see what kind of entertainment there is here. even though there are so many malls popping up all the time here in China, outside and inside the malls are all pretty unique and different from each other. So it's not like they're just popping up the same kind of malls again and again. They do get pretty creative with the modern and innovative designs that they use. Now we're going to take a look and see what kind of shops they have inside these Chinese malls and inside the Trafford Centre in the UK. There's quite a few similarities again and a couple of differences. So have a look and see if you can notice any of them. Did you spot any of the similarities and differences? One of the big differences between Chinese malls and UK malls is that most Chinese malls will have a lot of EV shops in, showing all the latest brands of Chinese EV cars. They also have a lot of homegrown fashion design stores here as well that you won't find in the UK. However, there are a lot of similarities. A lot of the big international designer brands you'll see here in Chinese malls and in the UK, and also Starbucks. There's always a Starbucks wherever you go in both the UK and in China. Now let's take a little bit of a look at some of the food options here. This gets pretty interesting because I think the Chinese malls have a lot of different food choices that you wouldn't find in UK malls. Did you spot any differences between the food choices in the UK and Chinese malls? In China, there are 8 different culinary cuisines. So China is such a big country that you can travel all across the country and experience all different kinds of food. Down to the south towards Yunnan, the food is a lot more like you might find in Vietnam and Thailand. Whereas up to the north, you can find food that is similar to what you might find in Korea, Mongolia, or even in Russia. So there are so many different styles of food here. When you come to a Chinese mall, you're going to find all different kinds of restaurants and types of food that you wouldn't usually find. Even if you go to a UK mall, you will find Chinese restaurants, but this is generally Cantonese cuisine, which is from Hong Kong, southern China. And this cuisine is usually tailored towards the Western palate, so it isn't really authentic Chinese food. It is usually sweetened a little bit and the flavors are changed from what people in China might eat. However, you will find a few international food chains here in Chinese malls as well, and you're going to find all the fast food chains like KFC and McDonald's too. In UK malls, you usually find a lot of Mexican restaurants, Thai restaurants, Cantonese style Chinese cuisine, and a real blend of different international styles of food, because within the UK we don't really have so many different culinary cuisines because we are a pretty small island. So it's pretty interesting to see the different food choices. One of my favorite things about the Chinese malls is the Chinese writing on the restaurants and all the different designs of restaurants that you wouldn't see anywhere else in the world. Now we're going to take a little bit of a look at some of the entertainment options. You'll see that malls in both countries have a cinema, have some entertainment places where children can take part in all sorts of fun activities. They both have arcades, and I would say that in China, most Chinese malls have even more options for children's activities, things like archery and all sorts of Chinese calligraphy and things that you wouldn't find in a UK mall. Chinese malls are really catered towards children in a big way. thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the similarities and differences between these malls. I've got a lot of videos comparing some things in the UK with China coming up over the next few weeks, so please remember to like and subscribe.